Hopefully. That'd be nice. All the food in this tournament really well. You guys lost my phone is set up well, she has questions. 30 seconds left here, warm-ups. It's going to be the Force against the Columbus Flames. Game 2, state tournament. Force lost yesterday morning, 3-2 against Indy Fuel Junior Gold. Looking for a different result today.
Love you. Good luck.
Starting lineup for the Force on defense, we're going to have Cumberland and Blackburn. Center, Murphy Fraze, and our wingers are going to be Mason Llewellyn and Cora Kelly. Here we go. Columbus come away with that for a second. Murph runs into an official. Swiped away there by Llewellyn. Murphy across the blue line. Centers it up, taken away by Columbus, gathered back up by Kelly on Cora Kelly's stick. She tries to center it over to Mason. Doesn't make it, around behind the net.
Same team.
Kelly there for a moment. Columbus back the other way. Knocked away by Fraze. Back to the stick of Cora Kelly. Losing her skates. Murphy back with it.
Get out! No.
Offsides, Force. Line change for the Force. Hagen Warner on defense. McDonald, Potts, and Legault as the attackers. Dumped in low, picked up by Legault in the corner. Taken away by Columbus. fed up the ice. Can't connect on the cross ice pass. Hagen there to pick it up for the Force. Winds it behind his net. Hagen, Scott McDonald in Legault as he cuts through center ice. Hagen loses it off his stick at the last second. Centers it up. Doesn't make it all the way through. Columbus takes it away. Upended there was a Columbus player by Max McDonald. Max McDonald going to go to the box for tripping at 11:41 into the first. Force will be on a penalty kill.
So I hear you don't like my Force.
Penalty killers are going to be Hagen, Warner, Bryson Bodorf, and Oliver Westhoff.
Yeah, they're 25 plus years old. Yeah,
Columbus wins. Has it swiped away into the corner by Bodorf. Columbus back with the puck. Make move. Cross ice. Connects. Winds it back around. Up top. Shot from deep. Save there by Hosier. Tipped out in front. Picked up by Westhoff. Westhoff with Bodorf to his right. Tries to feed it across. He gets upended. Columbus back the other way. With some speed, loses it off his stick. Taken away by Hagen. Hagen's got one to beat, one coming off the bench after a little change. Hagen has him knocked away. 42 seconds left on the McDonald tripping penalty. Skips out to Westhoff. Westhoff dumps it in. Bodorf there to take it away. Swipes it behind the net of Columbus. They gather it back up. Back on defense is going to be Hagen and Warner. Through center ice. Shot. Save, Hosier.
It's a single ball wide, but it's got LED coming down the main line straight down. One will light up the area. So I figure it might, because it's broken up in front zone and back zone. So it might put them from there towards the center on each side.
Face off one there by the Force onto the stick of Llewellyn. Columbus back the other way with Martin on defense. Tried to stick handle, lost it off his stick behind the net into the corner. Picked up there by Fraze. Murphy makes one miss. Through center ice, he's got one to beat. Murph. Forehand shot up in the top corner. Murphy Fraze with the opening goal for the Force. Murphy put that one right above the ear of the goalie for the first goal. Face off one again by the Force. Taken away by Columbus. Columbus feeds it across. Martin there to disrupt it. Covered up by Hosier.
I kept saying I'm going to take those down, Kept saying, well, no.
Change for the Force. On the ice can be Blackburn and Hagen. It's a defensive pairing. We got Llewellyn, Fraze, Kelly out there as the attackers. Face off one there by Columbus. Blackburn down low. Onto the stick of Hagen. Hagen feeds it ahead to Llewellyn. Llewellyn cross ice off calf of Fraze. Murphy gathers it up, feeds it over to Llewellyn. Llewellyn loses it. Columbus. Good pressure there on the backside to disrupt Columbus as they get through center ice. Shot from deep, saved Hosier. Backhanded around the boards by Blackburn to Fraze. Fraze shoots it up. Columbus attempts to take a shot there, blocked by Llewellyn. On to the stick of Hagen. Hagen gets some room. Hagen winds, tries to center it right to Murphy Fraze. Either that was an incredible goalie save or it went off the side of the net. Great pass there from Hagen to Fraze. Fraze dumps it in behind the net. Legault there to gather it. Feeds it out to Hagen. Hagen keeps it in, dumps it back in deep. Down low there for the Force is going to be Kelly. Through center ice, taken away by Hagen. Columbus loses it for a moment. Back on the stick, Columbus player. We got Blackburn and Hagen there. Knocked away by Blackburn and Hagen. Onto the stick of Harry. Tipped into the neutral zone. Pressure there by McDonald. Loses an edge. Back to Columbus. Columbus off the glass, off the ref's head. Onto the stick of Legault. Legault loses it. Columbus back the other way. Warner and Cumberland there on defense for the Force. Taken away by Cumberland. Cumberland feeds it up the boards to Legault. Easton into his skates. Back into the neutral zone. On to the stick of Potts. 7:40 left here in the first. Potts advances into the offensive zone. Taken away by Columbus. Fed down the ice. It's going to go for icing. Bodorf take the face off. Won by Columbus. Cumberland there to poke check, takes it away. Great check there by Cumberland. Upended at center ice is a Columbus player as he collided with Bodorf. He gathers his loose equipment, gets back into the play. Columbus comes away within the corners. Zaremba there for the Force. Now Bodorf. Another great poke check there by Cumberland. Great defense by Aiden. Columbus can't advance that puck. Bodorf to keep it in. Sends it in for Westhoff. Skips his stick. Back the other way goes Columbus with Warner. Cumberland with a back check. Shot. Goal. Columbus ties it up 1-1. Fraze. Face off won by Columbus. Sent around behind the net, picked up by Warner. Warner feeds it ahead. Kept in by Columbus.
Good job.
Back up. Knocked out there by Kelly. Picked up by Fraze. Fraze has it taken away by Columbus. And now Llewellyn with it. Feeds it ahead. Doesn't get through the Columbus players. Back onto his stick. Now with Murphy. Murphy between his legs. Onto a backhand feed into the net. Murphy Fraze with a backhand goal. Murphy with 2 on the day to put the Force up 2-1. Face off one ahead by the Force. Columbus gathers it. Cross ice feed doesn't connect. Kelly dumps it into the neutral zone. Knocked away there by Kelly. To pick it up is going to be Mason Llewellyn. Mason through center ice. Cross ice, nobody home. Fed up but not out. Kept in by Fraze. Fraze with a shot from deep. Skips into Columbus's goalie, covered up. Change for the Force. Potts, McDonald, Legault onto the ice with Hagen and Martin back on defense. Face off gathered up by Hagen. Harry around behind the net. Wrap around, blocked by the Columbus goaltender. Columbus with it into center ice. Potts there for the force. Back on defense. Hagen, Martin. Columbus backhand shovel goes behind the net. Centering feed there, deflected for the moment by Hagen. Now onto his stick. He's got Potts ahead of him. Harry. Backhand shovel towards the net and a goal. Harrison Hagen puts one in for the Force. Bodorf take the face-off. One back to Cumberland. Aiden gathers it back up, dumps it in. Kept in by Bodorf. Bodorf with the Zaremba. Loses it. Knocked out by Columbus on the stick of Zaremba. He has it taken away by Columbus. Back on defense is Blackburn. Backhand shovel towards the net. Deflected away by Cumberland. Now to Westhoff. Westhoff sends it ahead into the offensive zone. Bodorf there with some pressure. Now Zaremba. Columbus through center ice. Save there by Hosier. Change for the Force. Hagen, Warner on defense. Llewellyn, Fraze, and Kelly on as the attackers. 3:59 left here in the first. Force up 3-1. Columbus winds up with that after the face-off shot. Save Hosier. Tried to clear it out. There was Fraze. To the corner for Kelly. Kelly sends it ahead. Columbus to keep it in. Centered up onto the stick of Hagen. Hagen loses it for a moment to Fraze. Can't get it out. Sustained pressure here by the Flames. Shot. Left of the net. Columbus gathers it back up. Feeds it around behind our own net here. Kelly there for the Force. Centering feed. Doesn't connect with anyone. Coming away with it there is Hagen. Hagen over to Llewellyn. Llewellyn tries to feed it back. Loses it. Columbus gathers it in their own zone. Gathered up by Hagen. Couldn't get back on side. There was Llewellyn, taken away by Hagen. Hagen back the other way. Loses it off his stick as he was defended by two Columbus Flame players. Columbus centers it up on the stick of Hagen. Hagen to dump it in. Goes in deep as he goes for a change. Onto the ice for Hagen is going to be Grayson Martin. Fed ahead by Columbus, stolen by Fraze. Columbus back the other way. Center ice there. Martin flip it ahead. Now back to Warner. Warner feeds it out. Tries to connect with Fraze. Doesn't. Skips the stick of the Columbus player. Murph there to take it away. Fraze attempts to center it. Goes behind the net. Kelly there for the Force. Now Columbus has it stolen away onto his stick. Picked up by Legault. Into the skates of a Columbus player. Taken away by Fraze. Fraze with a shot off of Legault into the goalie. Covered up. Taking the face off here is Bryce and Bodorf. Won by Columbus. Columbus fed ahead out center ice. Cycled around by Blackburn to Martin. Martin feeds it ahead. Loses that puck. Bodorf for the back check. Blackburn there on defense. Shot. Goes high of the net. Squirts around to Potts. Potts tries to connect with Legault. Can't quite reach. Is it going to have enough for icing? No, it's not. We got a stick into the skates there from Easton Legault. He's going to go to the box for the force with the tripping. Or a holding, whatever they're going to call it. He's going to go to the box. 1:37 left here in the first.
Let's go, boy!
Phrase to take the face off. One back by the Flames. He's got enough time. Takes a shot. Blocked in front by Blackburn. The defense there by Phrase. He's tripped up. Blackburn down to battle for it behind the net. Blackburn comes away with it. Blackburn feeds it around, but not out. Kept in by Columbus. Columbus with a shot from deep. Gets deflected. Goes off the top of the net.
Almost dropped it.
What happened? The goal come on?
Not sure what we had going on there. Change for the Columbus Flames. On the penalty kill here for the Force is going to be Blackburn and Martin, Fraze and Zaremba. Down to the other end of the ice. 1:12 left here in the first. Columbus had it for a second. Zaremba kept it in. Shot down low by Phrase. Set up down the ice. Blackburn and Martin there on defense for the Force. He squirts through Martin. Knocked away there by Blackburn. Maintains possession of the puck out in front. First initial save by Hosier. Covered up. No goal. Great job there by the defense to hold tight as Hosier stays put to keep it out of the net for the Force. 47 seconds left. Change for the Force. Bodorf, Westhoff, Martin, and Hagen. We got a penalty here coming up on Warner. It's going to be a tripping. Force will be down 2 skaters here for 34 additional seconds as we got 41 seconds left here in the first.
Oh, yeah.
Penalty killer is going to be Bodorf, Hagen, Westhoff.
Come on, now this is when we got to get it.
Face off one there by Bodorf. He gathers it. Winds behind his net. Shot down the ice. It's going to go right on the net, possibly. Nope. Icing.
How's your work going?
5-on-3. Bodorf take the face off. Face off one again by Bodorf. He lifts the stick, tries to maintain possession of the puck. He's covered up by 2 Columbus defenders there. Taken away by Columbus. Centered up, goes through the crease. Gathered by Columbus. Columbus with a shot, goes around behind the net. Hagen gonna pay, he's hooked. Don't get called as the refs were looking the other way. Hagen makes some moves here. He's wasting time down, and one out of the box there for the Force. Onto the ice is going to be McDonald. Hagen with the puck on his stick, fed towards the center. End of the period. Force up 3-1 after 1. We got 49 seconds remaining on the Warner penalty to enter the second period.
Is that something you look at? Right. Salary. they started
Finish killing the penalty for the Force is going to be Blackburn and Cumberland, with Fraze taking the face off and Llewellyn to his left. One ahead by the Force, onto the stick Mason. Columbus defender goes down. Llewellyn defeated over to Fraze, can't connect. Defended there well by Columbus, fed up, kept in by Cumberland. Cumberland fires one towards the net. Tipped in front by Llewellyn, just goes wide right of the net. Fraze is upended. Columbus back the other way. 28 seconds remaining. Blackburn there to shovel it back to center ice. Knocked away for a moment by Llewellyn. Columbus gathers it. Swiped away there by Blackburn as he comes in. Gathered up, kicked to the side by Hosier. So with some speed there was Fraze as he took the puck away. He's got a big guy to get around here. Fraze with a shot off the mask of the goaltender. Back the other way. Cumberland, Blackburn. Skates through them both. Makes a move, goes off the side of the net. Blackburn to battle for now. Fed up ahead onto the stick of Murphy Fraze. Murph. He's tripped. Got a penalty here coming up on Columbus. This will be the first power play for the Force. On the power play is going to be Potts, Legault, McDonald, Hagen, Warner.
It was a smaller venture product. And the drywall, I probably had between 500 and 600 ski heads. Oh yeah, they should need to come in the Oh yeah, and then the seams.
Face off won by Columbus.
We never had a top coat on.
Fed up into the skates of Legault. Sliding there with the Columbus defender is McDonald. He gets up onto the stick of Hagen. Hagen enters. Hagen's tripped. And another penalty here on Columbus as the Force are going to go to a two-man advantage with 11:24 left here in the second. Got to be two-man advantage for a full minute 13. Change on the offensive side for the Force. We got Bodorf, Westhoff, and Zaremba. Columbus through center ice shorthanded. Makes a move, round two. Shot. Goes into the net. youth that whole time, so that's fantastic. That was Bodorf with the goal. And the score is now 4-2. Scoreboard's not being up worse.
There
There you go.
Let's go, boys!
And the Force scored on that to get one of the penalties out of the box for Columbus. It's still going to be a 5-on-4 for the Force.
Go, Flames, go! Go, Flames, go! Go, Flames,
One ahead by the Force.
Flames, go! Go, Flames, go! Go, Flames, go!
Stolen there by Kelly for a moment. Hot after it, there's Fraze. Murphy to gather it up. It reverses. Feeds it up and out of the zone. Back to Columbus. Defended there well by Llewellyn. Sent back down the ice. Picked up by Murphy. 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 Shot. Up on top of the net. Lands flat on top of the goal. Back to 5-on-5 hockey. 9:49 left here in the second. Force up 2. Fraze, Kelly. Llewellyn. Defense is going to be Hagen and Warner. Face-off one there by Fraze. He kicks it back. Stolen away by Columbus. Sent all the way down the ice. Going to go for icing.
Walking around the house yesterday. And I probably had 5,000 buttons. Yeah,
Face-off one there by the Flames. Kept in by Warner as he slaps one towards the net. Deflects off the Columbus defender. McDonald now with it. Around behind the net. McDonald sends it back towards the net. Off the side of it. Columbus picks it up. Blocked there by McDonald. McDonald tries to backhand it. Has it taken away. Fed out to center ice. Gone to the stick of Hagen. Hagen winds it back in. Around behind their own net is Columbus here. Taken away by McDonald. McDonald reverses. He's pressured by 2. Columbus comes out with it. Through center ice with Hagen and Warner back on defense. Shot. Goes right. Gathered by Hagen. Hagen's got Potts in front of him with McDonald in tow. Hagen through center ice. Oh, he tries to make a handle. Taken away by the defense of Columbus. Legault bumped off his skates.
Knock him down.
Backhanded by Columbus. Onto the stick of Hagen. He chips it ahead to McDonald. McDonald with Legault. McDonald has it taken away for a moment. Nobody there, just leaving the puck sit for a moment. Now picked up by Columbus. Shot from deep, save Hosier. Change here for the Force. Going to be Bodorf, Westhoff, Zaremba with Blackburn and Martin on defense. Face-off one back by the Force. Onto the stick of Blackburn. Blackburn feeds it out of the zone.
Now skate! Go!
Dumped back in by Columbus. Gathered up by Martin. Martin makes a move there. Gets onto the stick of Bodorf. Back out of the zone. Columbus enters it back in. Back to center ice by Bottle. Onto the stick of Zaremba. Zaremba feeds it ahead. Fanned on that pass was Columbus. Now to center ice. Blackburn there to knock it back out of the zone. Columbus gathers it. Back to the stick of Bottle. Bryson enters. Reverses with a feed to Zaremba. Max Zaremba has it taken away. Knocked off the stick in a moment there is Bodorf as he does a great back check here. Blackburn getting in position, swipes it away from Columbus. On to the stick of Bodorf. Bodorf behind the own net. 6:58 left here in the second. Bodorf sevens ahead. Tips off the stick of Westhoff. Columbus back the other way now. Blackburn takes a stick at it. Shot goes left. Blackburn there for the force. He's upended. Bodorf sends it ahead to himself. Dumps it in deep. Columbus overskates it. Bodorf takes a shot. Blocked in front by Columbus. Back on defense is going to be Martin and Blackburn. It's 2-on-2. Blackburn falls down. It must be slippery ice down there. Both players fall down, covered up by Hosier. Taking this face-off is going to be Murphy. Face-off won by Columbus. Blocked away there by Fraze, kept in by Columbus. Knocked away by Kelly. Kelly's got Llewellyn. Feeds it ahead, up over his stick, down into the corner. Mason gathers it. Sends it around to Kelly. Kelly tries to center it. Kicked around for a moment, gathered by Columbus. Back on defense is going to be Cumberland and Hagen. Knocked away by Cumberland. Back check there by Llewellyn. Knocks it ahead to Cumberland. He sends it down the ice. Tipped by Columbus. Poor Kelly there with to apply some pressure for the force. Cross ice pass connects for Columbus. On to stick of Hagen. He loses it. Columbus can't gather it. Knocked away by Llewellyn for the moment. Now Llewellyn to gather it up. Llewellyn pressured. Taken away. Fraze there. Apply some pressure. He's knocked down. Hagen battling for it. I think we got an offsides. Change for the force. Offensive change here with Potts, Legault, and McDonald. Face off won by skate there by McDonald. Back to Hagen. Hagen through one. Fires one towards the net. Goes wide right. McDonald over there for the force. Columbus fans on that to keep it in. Kept in by McDonald. Loses it there to Columbus. Out to center ice. It's going to be Cumberland to knock it the other way. Onto the stick of Legault. He tries to feed it ahead. Blocked in the skates by Columbus. Cumberland with it on his stick. Cross ice. Not going to have enough to get the Potts. Taken away by the Flames. Shot goes left. Cumberland there to gather it for the force. Both players are upended there. Left on the doorstep. Cleared into the neutral zone. Spinning pass there by Columbus. Dumped back in deep. Aiden with it. He's got Potts ahead. Feeds it up to him. Onto the stick of Brantley Potts. He dumps it in deep. Defensive change here. Warner coming on for Cumberland. Columbus player on his rump. McDonald battling for it. Back on defense. It's going to be Hagen and Warner. Hagen applies some great pressure there to stop the advancement of the puck. Comes back to Warner. Colton Warner through center ice. Has it taken away. Hagen's back on defense. McDonald gets shouldered. And then with great getting back on the play is Warner to stop that cross ice pass. Onto the stick of Hagen. Over to Potts. Brantley with it. He's got Legault to his left. Feeds it across to Easton Legault. We're going to have an offsides. Change here for the Force. Coming on for defense is going to be Grayson Martin. Offensive change is going to be Zaremba, Bodorf, and Westhoff. Face-off picked up by Columbus. Centered, nobody home, onto the stick of Martin. Martin feeds it around the boards. Tries to get to Westhoff, doesn't connect, taken away by Bodorf. Bodorf with Westhoff to his right. Bodorf through his legs. Chipped ahead on the doorstep. Bodorf gathers it back up, shoots it towards the net, and it's in the goal. Bryson Bodorf. Oh, and then pushed aside. There's Oliver Westhoff down low. We got some pushing and shoving there from Columbus, now down 3. Bodorf take the face-off. Aggressive face-off win there by Bryson. Bryson with 2 already has it taken away. Great pressure there by Zaremba as he blows the tire, and back the other way comes Columbus. Columbus shot off the side of the net, picked up by Bodorf. Bodorf through the defender's legs. Zips it ahead there to Westhoff. Westhoff dumps it in deep. Goes for a change here. Blackburn coming on the ice with Cumberland. As it's kept in there by Murphy Fraze. Murph, he's got 2 already on the stick of Zaremba. Zaremba backhands it towards the goal. It's on the doorstep there. Doesn't get in the net. 2 minutes remaining. Here comes Columbus. Cumberland, Blackburn back on defense. Knocked away there by Cumberland. Sipped ahead by Columbus. Onto the stick of Blackburn. Blackburn gets taken down. Llewellyn back the other way for the Force. Battle ensues in the skates. Gathered up by Columbus. Shot from deep. Blocked in front by Blackburn. Murphy with it now. Murphy's got Kelly and Llewellyn. Makes 1 miss. Murph has it taken away. Battling back for it there is Fraze. Fraze now to Columbus. Blackburn back on defense. Shot. Goal. McDonald to take that face off. 1 back to Hagen. Hagen gets put into the boards. Sent to center ice on the stick of Warner as he feeds it back in. Out to center ice now is Columbus going the other way. Legault applies some pressure. McDonald to come in and take it away. Columbus maintains possession. Now Hagen there to swipe it away. Shot goes right. Columbus to feed it back in. Played with a high stick. Face-off gathered by Columbus. Shot from deep. Tipped in front by Columbus, but goes wide. On to the stick of Hagen. Harrison has it taken away, but it squirts out in the neutral zone. He gets out of that pressure and gathers it. Down the ice goes Hagen. Hagen with another wraparound. Covered up by Columbus.
job, Carter John.
Face off, just laying there, picked up by Columbus, sent all the way down the ice. Icing. Into the face-off circle is going to be Max McDonald. Face-off picked up by the Flames. Period's going to expire. Force ahead by 2 after 2.
Messing up my camera. What's offer?
Season 10.
That's cool. You have like the team logos.
Yeah, you can put it all in there.
Cool. I like that.
Start off the third period for the Force is going to be Warner Hagen on defense, Zaremba, Bodorf, and Westhoff. One back by Columbus. Zaremba there to apply some pressure, now Bodorf. They lose it. Kept in by the Force on the ice there is Zaremba. Columbus comes away with it. Hagen and Warner back on defense. They slide it across, a shot, doesn't get anything on it. Gathered back up by Columbus, centering feed there, knocked away by Warner. Columbus takes it away. Shot, save, Hosier. Face off by Bardolph, one back. Gathered by Columbus, though, behind the net. Shoved away there by Hagen. Columbus trying to make some moves here. Takes a shot. No goal off the crossbar. Centering feed, tipped behind the net, gathered by Hagen.
Yeah, win it, win it!
Hagen hasn't knocked off his stick. He gets pushed. Back onto the stick of Hagen. Make him pay Harrison. Dumps it in. Bodorf to pressure him down low. Picked up by Westhoff. Westhoff feeds it up to Bodorf. Warner keeps it in. Back the other way comes Columbus. Taken away by Bodorf. He sends it back down the ice. Bodorf trying to get a change. He's gassed onto the ice. It's going to be Murphy. Fraze. Out to center ice. Murphy gathers it. Tries to round it around the Columbus player. Has it taken away. Now Hagen battling for it. Hagen in there. Fraze sweeping away. That's Zaremba and Llewellyn. Squirts out on the stick of Hagen. He tries to feed ahead. Taken away by Columbus. Chipped up the glass. Back the other way now by Llewellyn. Mason coming out with it.
Go with it!
Mason shovels it down deep. Going for change there is Zaremba. Onto the ice is going to be Cora Kelly. Picked up by Fraze for a moment. Now the other way for Columbus. Kept out by the force. Mason bumped off the puck.
Go, go, go!
Knocked away there by Warner. Stiff lick by Hagen. Centering feed. Doesn't go anywhere. Covered up by Hosier. Into the face-off circle for the force is going to be Murphy Fraze. Laying on the doorstep, picked up by Murphy. Loses it at center ice. Dumped in by the Flames. Shot goes left. Blackburn there to gather it. Loses an edge, back in the fray. Blackburn comes away with it. Feeds it ahead to Murph. Murph zips it down the ice. Blocked at center ice by the Flames. Back on the stick of Fraze. Columbus comes away with it. Cumberland knocks it away, feeds it back up. Now to Kelly. Kelly gets it to center ice. Knocked ahead by Fraze. Murph battling for it. Columbus feeds it around, stolen away by Cumberland. Cumberland backhands it. On to the stick of Llewellyn, up to Cora Kelly. Kelly. Taken away for a moment, onto the stick of Llewellyn. She's battling for it down low. Still hacking at it. It's Columbus. Kept in by Blackburn. Onto the stick of Columbus though. Aiden Cumberland back on defense. They make a good pass ahead. Cumberland with great defense there. Blackburn in to help. Has the puck taken away. Now Murphy with it. Murphy with some speed. Knocked away by the Flames. Cumberland to feed it back. Onto the stick of Fraze. Knocked away by Blackburn. Ooh, what? Not sure who's going to the box. Might be Murph. Yeah, Murphy Fraze going to the box here. Penalty killers for the force going to be Hagen, Warner, Potts, McDonald. Face off won by McDonald. Potts fighting to get it out of the zone. Potts with it still. He gets taken from behind. Hagen gets it out of the zone. Dumped in by Columbus. Back to Warner. Warner zips it ahead. Columbus at center ice. That's going to be offsides. Columbus. 1:06 remaining on the Fraze tripping penalty. Bodorf to take the face off now. One back onto the stick of Warner. Warner feeds it over to Hagen. Hagen backhands it out of the zone and down the ice. Pressure applied there by Bodorf. As he steals it, enters the zone. He gets knocked down, tripped up. Puck trickles into the goalie. Covered up. 45 seconds left on the Fraze penalty. Face-off won by Bodorf. He sends it back to Hagen. Hagen backhands it back in deep to Bodorf. Bodorf winds. Shoots from deep. Ooh, just high in the net. Bodorf battling back down low for it. Out to center ice comes Columbus. Warner Hagen back on defense. Ooh, that was offsides. Columbus with an out. Shot. Blockered away by Hosier. Columbus centers it, stolen by Bodorf. 10 seconds left on the Murphy penalty. Bodorf through center ice. Bodorf has it taken away. 2 seconds. Out of the box comes Fraze. Ooh, and he's tripped up as he comes through. Some sticks there. Now Llewellyn swipe at it. The Flames wrap around attempt here. Knocked away by Warner on the stick of Fraze. Down the ice. Played with a high stick is Columbus. Murphy to take the face off. Full strength here, 5-on-5 hockey. Centered up there on the stick of Llewellyn. Llewellyn feeds it across, doesn't connect with Kelly. Columbus back the other way. Warner, Hagen back on defense. Shot. Goes in. Columbus brings it within one with 6:18 left here in the third.
Let's go, boys!
Face off one there by Fraze. He's tripped. Gonna have a penalty here on Columbus. Tripping. As 28 for the Flames goes to the box. The Force will go on a power play. Full change here. Offensive change here for the Force is going to be McDonald, Legault, Hagen, Potts, Warner on the ice for the power play. Face off, one there by Columbus. Can't send it out. Potts gathers it back down deep. Around behind the net. First one there for the Force going to be McDonald. Legault on the stick of Legault. Legault tries to fire one towards the net. Gets that deflected. Goes behind. Potts with it now. Dumb back behind the net. There to get it. It's McDonald. And the skates of McDonald. Now on the stick of Legault. Back to McDonald. McDonald centers it. Off the side of the net. Back to McDonald. He tries to get a backhand. Can't get anything on it. Back on defense. Going to be Hagen Warner. Fed out for Columbus. Shot blocked in front by McDonald. 34 seconds left on the penalty. McDonald with it. Feeds it to Legault. Legault can't get anything on it. Feeds it over to Potts. Left sitting still. Off to the boards. Columbus gathers it. Knocked away by Warner on the stick of Legault. Into the skates of Legault. Easton still with it. Columbus takes away, sends it up and out on the stick of Warner. Warner feeds it across to Hagen. Penalty expires on Columbus. Back to full ice hockey, or full strength hockey. Hagen with the shot. Glove save there by the Flames. Change here for the defense. Blackburn and Martin on the ice. Zaremba, Bodorf, Westhoff as the attackers. Back to Martin. Martin keeps it in. Columbus comes away with it. Back on defense. It's going to be Blackburn by himself. Backhanded. Goes wide. On the stick of Bodorf. Bodorf feeds it out into the neutral zone. Shot, kick to the side by Hosier. Columbus keeps it in, feeds it in from deep. Blocked in front there by Bodorf. Bodorf to zip it ahead. All the way down the ice. Is it going to have enough? Icing. Murphy to take the face-off. Taken away there by Llewellyn. Zipped ahead. That was a great pass by Corey Kelly. Spray's going to be able to get to it. Get down to the net fast enough. Takes a shot. Goes left. Llewellyn has his stick lifted but maintains heavy pressure on it to keep control of the puck. Feeds it out to center ice. Back to Martin. Martin slap on it. Doesn't get much on it. Kicks to center ice. Kept in by Martin. Martin down to Fraze. We got 3:20 left. Fraze with a shot towards the goal. Blocked to the side by the Flames goaltender. Back on defense is going to be Blackburn.
Pass the middle, pass the middle.
Pressured there well by Blackburn as he wraps him all the way around. Doesn't allow him to get the shot. Kick to the side by Hosier. Cleared out to the boards by Cora Kelly. Sent up the ice, but kept in by Columbus. Columbus with a shot from deep, and it goes in. Columbus with a late goal here. 2:47 left. Tie up the game. 5-5. Momentum swing here towards the Flames. Cumberland.
Go, Flames, go! Go, Flames, go! Go, Flames, go!
Now McDonald with it.
Go, Flames, go!
Falling down there is Legault. McDonald battling with it up against the boards. Centered up there. The Flames the other way with Warner back on defense. Warner tries to come to the side. Save there by Hosier. Flipped up to Potts. Jumped in deep by the force. Under 2 minutes. The Flames. He's upended. We're going to get a penalty here on the force. Goes out in front, but can't get anything on that pass. Centered up, and got a good goal. Can't stop playing hockey when the penalty is called. Now the force down 1 with 1:40 left. Face-off won there by Bryson. Bodorf sends it in deep. Fraze to keep it in. Murphy chips it up the glass to himself. Battling a giant for the Flames. Hagen in there. And the Flames come away with it. And a minute 10 left here. Back on defense is going to be Hagen and Blackburn. Shot goes left. 1 minute remaining. Centered. Deflected away by Blackburn. Fanned on shot by Columbus. Columbus still with the puck. Wasting time now as Hagen's tied up. Skips towards the goal, covered up by Hosier. Bodorf take the face off. 45 seconds remain here. Force down 1. Face-off won there by Columbus on the stick of Badorf. Badorf on a mission. To the bench goes Hosier. Badorf with it now. The extra attacker is McDonald. Gathered up by Hagen. We got 18 seconds remaining. Hagen tries to feed it ahead, deflected by Columbus. 10 seconds now. Columbus shovels it down the ice onto the stick of Warner. Warner, cross ice to Badorf. 2, 1. And the Force dropped second game here by 1 late in the third. And we'll see this afternoon around 3 o'clock, I believe our game is, for game 3 of the seeding round, and then we'll be on to the playoff bracket tomorrow morning.